Soprano.
You know, guys, we used to watch that in college. This was 7 years ago. 37 million views, obviously for the right reasons. Obviously. All
You
right.
said we are witnesses. Testify.
Man, it's Scott Sterling. If you don't know, you know now. There's like 4 or 5 of them on the internet. Scott Sterling. I used to watch that, and what's the karate guy name? These are the first popular videos on YouTube. What's it?
Mr. Miyagi? Mr. Miyagi?
No. I think it's Into the Dojo. Y'all would have to. Yeah. It's I got the playlist. It's saved in my watch later. All right, shouldn't be here too long today. Maybe 45 minutes or something. So the programmers are cooking with high grease. So we start officially doing everything Monday. We had to get a lot of our movements together this week. So we just had a fantastic meeting yesterday and signed what we need to sign, do what we need to do. So the programmers, so y'all love on them. Okay, love on them. Love on the programmers. They're in love. Nobody is more important than sales team. Okay, and the programmers. They're one. They're like shoes and laces. But I don't know. Cookies and sugar. I don't know what y'all do in the East, but hummus and chips or something. I have no idea. But whatever it is, you need them both together. You understand? You need them both together. They're teeth and tongue. You know.
Ken was going to say something. I don't know. Ken unmuted his mic. I don't know what he was saying, but it was good. I'm pretty sure it was good.
It was pretty good.
No, I just said peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly. There you go. Cussing and out. You understand? For those of you balanced folks, those of you balanced folks, they go together. All right, Deanna, give us the quality of life check, and then we will get started.
Good morning, no, seriously. Greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this globe on this beautiful day. Today, I'm blessed with the opportunity to share something close to my heart, a practice that is the cornerstone of our collective path at Density 6. It's the art of mindfulness. See, as your Chief Quality of Life Officer, my role goes beyond the ordinary. Embracing a heartfelt vision for our well-being, personal and professional growth, and the weaving of our core beliefs, the philosophy of alignment, joy, and personal growth into the very fabric of our everyday lives at work. See, mindfulness at its core is the beautiful practice of being truly present, engaging with the now in a way that is free from judgment. It's about tenderly recognizing our thoughts, our emotions, our bodily sensations, and the environment around us with kindness and care. Excuse me. And here at Density 6, we're more than a collection of divisions. We're more than just a sales team. We're more than just the programmers. We're more than just the marketing team. We are a vibrant community of souls on a shared journey. Adopting mindfulness within our teams isn't just a new policy. It's a heart-centered transformation towards unlocking our fullest potential. Our path to embedding mindfulness into our culture aligns beautifully within our everyday walks, within the core principles of this company: never suffer alone and stay in the plane. It acts as a loving guide through the highs and lows of both our professional and personal lives. By nurturing a space where mindfulness is cherished and practiced, we not only boost our productivity and creativity, but also deepen our bonds with our work, with one another, and with the world at large. The blessings of mindfulness are vast, and I'm learning even more so just how vast it is on a daily basis. And it hones our focus. It eases our stress for those of us who every day we wake up like, okay, I'm about to rip my hair out and I've only been awake for like 5 minutes. How many of y'all have gone through that? Yeah. So mindfulness helps ease stress. It nurtures our emotional intelligence and it sharpens our decision making. If you're at ease, if you're not going through stress, if your emotional intelligence is at a level of understanding, then you also know that decision making comes easily to you. Your brain is less foggy. You don't have, you're not sitting here like tapping on your leg, like, okay, what's next? What's next? Like you're so us walking into mindfulness, it's more than just the company, it's our personal well-being. And in the swift currents of our dynamic industry, these virtues are priceless. They form the foundation for building teams that are resilient, innovative, and filled with compassion. Blending mindfulness into our daily life and corporate ethos echoes who Antonio is at his core. It mirrors our dedication to prioritizing emotional wellness, awakening to the power within to shape our reality, and aligning our personal energies with our deepest desires. Mindfulness is a heartfelt expression of our belief in the power of positivity, the significance of embracing our own journeys, and the beauty of finding joy in our work and everyday tasks. So as we journey forward, navigating the complexities of our industry and the wider world, let's hold dear the importance of being present. May mindfulness light our way to a future where our work not only showcases our achievements, but also reflects the essence of who we are and who we aspire to be. So let's embark on this journey with hearts wide, continually growing and continually becoming. Thank you all so much. Let's go get them.
Right. Right. There you go. For those you don't know, well, y'all give a round of applause and hopefully y'all heeded those words. For those of you who don't know, we have a whole quality of life department that just runs around this company making sure y'all breathing and stuff. It's more
I
than
give
that.
out hugs and rainbows. So if you ever need a hug or you need me to shoot you a rainbow, just hit me up. No, I'm just joking. It's more than that, but
2 weeks ago, we did the 46 things that she's doing this year. It's a bunch of things, but yes, yeah. So for sure. All right, Grace, get ready. Both of y'all in the coffee shop, right? All right,
Yes, sir.
so just there you go. No, don't worry about the noise. Pull up all your documents. I'm going to intro this, and we shouldn't be here long today. This call started morphed a couple of actually. This is a completely different call, but this is where you are more than welcome to steal from me. So let me say that while I am going to talk about density 6, you're more than welcome, especially you, Semingola, to take what I'm doing and take it back to your company. Make that very clear. A lot of you have not been here as long as some others, and you don't know that I 100% am telling you to steal from me. You probably should, because if you knew what I owed in taxes, then you would absolutely want to steal from me, because what I owe in taxes is more than people's lifetime achievement goals. So you may want to steal. Okay. Steal. Nevertheless, let's first before now I'm going to artless transition to this, and I'm going to artless transition right out of it. So we're going to be in prayer for our brother Phil, Chief Experience Officer, has been here since day one. Him and his wife. Phil fell and broke his hip yesterday. He's having surgery this morning. So he's, what is Phil, 72, 73, something like that. He's in his 70s.
Yeah, 72.
Yeah, 72. So he fell and broke his hip yesterday. I was told by Susan to tell you all that in the ambulance, he was being filled. He was up telling jokes. He was doing his philisms. He was doing a keynote in the back of the ambulance on the way to the emergency room with a broken hip. She made sure that, and I could hear the stress in her voice, and I could hear her with the love and hate with what he was doing. Like, I'm so glad he's being filled, but oh my God, we're in the back of this ambulance. I can hear that, and look at him. Yeah, so all of that for sure. And then Deanna gave us an update last night that he is having surgery this morning. So be in prayer for him. For those of you who do more than just pray, send a text message, love, light a candle, sacrifice a chicken, whatever you do. I have no idea what you do, but do whatever you do. Okay. Go ahead, Deanna.
For those of you who are new here, welcome. Once you meet Phil, you'll understand what I'm about to say. For those of us who know Phil, just send him positive vibes. Uncle Phil is a different kind of human. His energy, I don't know how to explain it, but let's just stay in positive vibration for him. Stay in positive energy for him. Because regardless of his age, he's a different kind of human, and I feel like he's gonna pull out of this as if he was back in his 20s. So let's just make sure we send him that type of energy. And as Antonio told us last night, also check on Miss Susan. Make sure we check on Mama Susan. She is Mama, so let's check on Mama too to make sure she good. But Mr. Phil is a different type of human. So let's just make sure we send him the positive energy that is deserving of him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The hardest job in the military is the wife. Anybody who's been in the military understands that. Any wife who's been in the military. Actually, I think Samantha is a military wife, if I'm not mistaken. Her husband's used to be in the Marines. The hardest job in the military is the wife. Therefore, hardest job in whenever somebody get hurt at home is the wife. So we want to make sure that we cover the wife or whoever is in that role, because when we get sick, everything stops. When y'all get sick, you still got to carry the car seat, cook. Come on, ladies. I thought I had a feminist crowd.
You are right. You are
Okay,
right.
all right. Then I thought it was
You
a bunch
are
of
right.
feminists here. All
God
these
forbid.
alpha women here. I was fit to say, God.
God forbid I go down. It's like down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
No, y'all can't go down. Men get a sniffle and we go all the way down. You understand? We go all the way down. We know it to be true.
The biggest babies on the planet.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
I love you, Uncle Ramiro.
Right. You wanna pay all these bills? Nah, we can switch.
Nope,
we
I'm
can
good.
Switch. Nah, I ain't damn. We can switch real quick. Real quick. No, I would rather pay all the bills and have one menstrual cramp. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you that. The very first time I got a cramp, I'd have turned it in. I'd have been like, you know what? I don't want to be a woman no more. I'm good. Absolutely. Because I can't take gas in my stomach. But anyway, I won't bother y'all. Some real men out here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You women are tough. You women are tough. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I would pay all these bills and suffer. For sure. I want to split this up in two things. I want to talk about, I sent y'all a
Can I
mass
say
email.
this?
Yes,
Real
ma'am.
quick, Antonio. So my daughter is having some issues, had to have surgery Monday. So they was where I'm at, we're not in the same city anymore. So my daughter was having a fit with the people who I live with. So they was like, no, she can't come. Because she helping me. I need that spirit here. My daughter was like, oh no, I don't care. See, the mama gotta be over here. And when you said that, when you can't go down, the women can't go down. That's what I thought about. So I just wanted to say.
No, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you for sure. All right, so I wanna tell y'all what has happened, and but I really want to highlight the sales team today. So most of this is going to be about the sales team, their incentives, and I want you to know that they are going to single-handedly get up and carry your salaries to a great place, and then you're going to understand why and how. It is very important that in every organization that you all know who is important in that organization. Doctors get all the credit. The nurse does all the work. Captain get all the credit. Old Sarge does all the work. I'm gonna need you to know that E5, E6, they doing a lot of work. If that E7 don't have E6 on them, he doing a lot of work. Doing a lot of work. Store manager get all the credit. That assistant manager doing all the work.
My wife's a nurse. I already know that.
Your wife's a nurse. There you go. Nurse does all the work. Nurse does all the work. So I want you to recognize that Trinace called last night and was like, what I need to do, etc. And I was so grateful for the call. And I was like, you can't do nothing right now. There's so much work happening at Density 6, but if you're not a nurse or a sergeant, you got nothing to do with it. And nothing to do with it. I'm telling you right now, the sales team and the programmers are taking the brunt end of all this work. And nobody, no offense to you programmers, is working harder than the sales team. Nobody. The sales team working so hard that Ina and Dion and like it's hitting the admin support because they got to put this in the calendar, this, and this keeps them busy every day. Some of these folks, in fact, everybody I've named so far is working 7 days a week. They're working 7 days a week. So I want to show you how well they're doing, and I also want to show you their incentives. Now, I want you to be selfish. This is where you steal. I want you to know that while you should be helping the sales team by, good job. So we ain't talking about helping by getting on the phone. We're talking about good job, Samantha, right? Even though she's not on the sales team, you get the point, right? Why you should be doing that. That's all you need to do is get your pom-poms and cheer, this is me, yes, me too, whatever they do. I don't know what they do. How about you? Whatever they do, you know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying? Do that thing right there, because not only is it a hard job, but it's a job for all of us. So I want to teach you something about economics real quick. Please know that money, finance, and economics are not the same thing. There are three different things. There are different three that you can have $10,000 in your account right now. That's money. It's not doing anything for you. Nothing. As a matter of fact, inflation is going to get that money. I dare every last one of you leave 10,000 under your mattress and come back 10 years later and see if it's going to be 10,000. It's not going to happen. I mean, now I don't know about what y'all did in the East, but here in the West, in the 80s, $1 made you a whole drug dealer when you went to the candy store. Who know what I'm talking about? $1.
Yeah, all them 25 cents, them 5-cent candies, them 25-cent chips,
Man.
50-cent pops. I used to go crazy.
Yeah, we had penny candies. You get in there $1. You got $20 for your birthday. Man,
you're rich.
You Nino Brown. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about Nino Brown, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, right? So money is important. The moment you move that money, it starts becoming economy. The moment you start moving that money only has value when it's moving. So I'm going to show you how the sales team is moving money to create your salaries. So I want you, just as one last preamble to this introduction, I want you to be very selfish. And I want you to say, yes, my salary is coming. I want to hear everything about what's on the screen, because the sales team has a carrot in front of their nose to make sure that you get this money. Who likes money? Let's raise your hand. I didn't ask you if you love it. I know, don't get into a spiritual argument, but just who knows? As long as you're on planet Earth, they making you pay to be here. All right. If you don't think money is important, people always say that money's not important, Adriana. First off, just because you can't make it don't mean you should devalue it. Let's do that number one. Okay. Let's do that one number one. Just because you can't make it don't mean that you need to just devalue it for everybody else. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. It's number one. Number
We didn't
two.
hear that audio, whoever put that up.
Oh, yeah, you Grace, you got to share your sound.
It was done.
Number two, if you don't think money is important, get you a mate and then have them take cold, dark showers and see how long that relationship lasts. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't care if male or female, don't matter. That you can't have. You can't have Queen Renee walking around here with no showers whatsoever.
I refuse to smell like hot dog water. I refuse.
That made my mouth taste very nasty when you said that. So I'm just going to assume that smells very bad. Just there you go. You know, ear, nose, and throat is connected. So I'm just assuming that walking around smell like hot dog water.
Man, don't act like you ain't never boiled some hot dogs, left it for
true.
a couple hours, and then didn't want to wash it, so you left it for a couple days, and now your whole house smell like that.
Yeah.
And you put it down the sink, but then now the sink smell like that out the sink for a day or two.
This
So now
is
you
true.
gotta.
This is true.
Really, Jaylee, you had to go walk us through that whole.
You
oh
are
my
here
God.
with me,
Because you know
Jalen.
you didn't done it. Don't act like
You are
y'all
here with me,
died.
Jalen. Thank you.
Y'all
Yeah,
don't act
so-
like y'all ain't done that.
Yeah, so silly. We are actively looking at our Austin place right now, but I'll be quiet about that for right now. Grace, which one you want to share on the screen first? What you're going to see is Inside Works. All bonus structures, what you're going to see. Their incentives and bonus structures and maybe some KPIs. We don't really need to focus on the KPIs, Grace, unless y'all have questions, because while it's going to be per particular product, those products are irrelevant because what's going to be relevant is the formula in itself. Okay, the formula in itself. Sales team, if you have any questions, because I remember Grace told me I had a meeting yesterday, and y'all had a few questions. And here's the deal: you don't have a successful business until there's meetings that you're not invited to. Y'all can catch that later.
Wait a minute, say that.
You don't have a successful business until there's meetings you're not invited to.
Okay.
If you are starting all the meetings, your business is not successful. It's absolutely not. It's absolutely not. Grace, which one we sharing? First off, give us how many. Give us how many first. Give us how many we need to share. I told you pull up all the documents.
Right now, one. The super bonuses, because it has all of the bonuses for the sales team in there.
We about to find out there. We about to find out. All right. And any preliminary questions that y'all had?
Just you told me yesterday, but what our focus is, what you told me, the KPIs. But we were just trying to see, with these bonuses, should they really just focus on, okay, let me focus on the level that I want to get to, whether it's D6 associate, D6 champion, D6 expert, D6, and
all right, so let me explain all that so everybody can follow what you just said, and plus let me teach a little bit about business. So a KPI first is a key performance indicator, is what a KPI means. That's just to catch everybody up with that. But what's a key performance indicator? Just think of it as something you're trying to hit. So there's many, while these words are not the same, but they are in they're similar or in the same family. Quotas, goals, objectives, targets, anything like that. If you're thinking that, you're in the right place. The sales team should be thinking about making 67 calls a day and holding how many high quality conversations, Grace?
Say the last thing you just said.
How many high quality conversations should y'all be holding? If you don't know, then we in trouble.
Well, no, it's 60 targeted phone calls a day. So
But how many high quality conversations is in the formula?
I thought it was 60.
I don't think I would have said 60 high quality conversations. Let's see.
I'm just saying, you know, hey.
It is. So it should be somewhere like, this is a good question. It should be 7 to 8 high quality conversations. Make
10%, yeah, 10% of the
yeah, I should have you on that.
667 calls to get 67
and that's per
67
week.
people on the phone. And well, not the 667. Well, yeah.
So yeah, so that's right there. So I got you at a 10% conversion rate. All right. So let me explain all this here. So sales team, let's do this right now. Okay, because I didn't know. You need to be focused on having 7 high quality conversations a day. 7 high quality conversations a day. This is the minimum. 7 high quality conversations. So everybody write down in the chat. That's HQC, high quality conversation. If you want to learn how to get to millions of dollars, I can assure you, don't let my black face fool you and your programming gets set in. This is what I do. Okay. Write down HQC in the chat. That's high quality conversation. It's the only thing that matters. Everything else is around that. What I've done is I built in the system the opportunity to fail to millions of dollars. So what they have is a 10% conversion rate. Nobody here has a 10% conversion rate. Everybody here is something like at least over 25. My closing conversion rate is ridiculous. You don't even want to know what that is for sure, but you can ask the sales team.
Ridiculous. Ask
somewhere like
Ken,
98%.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Ask
somewhere
Ken,
like
ask
98% for sure. Somewhere like 98%. Now, I want you to think for a moment about what a high quality conversation is. This is where the phone conversation becomes a real conversation. This is very important. So it's when you actually give a damn about whoever is on the phone. It's when you're listening to their dreams. It's when you remember that Semengola is here in America with his older brother. That while he doesn't have a responsibility for his family, he wants it. That he wants to be a CEO. And that since his brother's so gifted, he was slept on, so he had to earn and work real hard for every single thing that he got. And while his GPA may not adequately reflect how hard he worked, it 100% reflects how hard he worked. And he's used to being slept on, and at this point in his life, he ready. And anybody who passed him up is going to remember they passed him up because his name is going to be on the side of a building somewhere. Semengola, if you don't mind, if you can unmute your mic and confirm if I may be right or wrong there, if you don't mind.
All right, you're right. You're right.
And how many times have we had that conversation?
Oh, a lot of times. Every time we've met, we've
every
had that
time we met.
Yeah.
Every time we met, we had the conversation one time, and every time I see him, I remind him I remember. That's a high quality conversation. It's when you have 3,000 people at an event, you're tired and you're on your way out the door, and you say, wait a minute, Jerome, man, how can I serve you? Y'all gonna catch this later. You're gonna catch this later. Okay, you're gonna catch this later. Jerome wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that conversation.
Exactly. And that's exactly what he did to me. And my mouth was like that.
So we need to be having 7 conversations a week. I mean, excuse me, a day that are fundamentally life-changing. I remember every single thing that me and Samantha talked about in the first conversation. I do. I remember every single thing that we talked about. I do. Every single one. I know, well, it doesn't matter. These are high quality conversations. This is when it shifts from being a sales call into you are a soul, I am a soul. How can I serve thee?
Listen, I remember very first one was with Jerome. Very first one was with Jerome. And I remember our conversations from years ago. I remember my conversation with Ken. Oh my goodness. I had to get Antonio on the phone. So like, Ken want everything. I don't know what to do.
Listen, all Anne Marie want is $325,000 coming in without blinking an eye, and for everybody to get out her business. And she gonna have a wonderful life. Anne Marie, well, she probably can't unmute tonight, but I'm telling you, I remember all these conversations.
I'm here.
Okay. 325 do you real good, right?
Pretty good, yeah. I'll be happy with that.
There you go. There you go. Y'all stay out her business and let her live her life, and it'll be good. You get what I'm saying? This is a high quality conversation. This is a high quality conversation. So that's the point. So based on high quality conversation, Grace, now bring up the super bonuses. What you're about to see now is how the sales team, how I've designed this company for the sales team to want to bless y'all socks off. Okay. Want to bless y'all socks off. Grace, I'm not even sure what that. Yes, it just, I'm gonna just sum all this up. It says, stop your screen, Grace, so they can pay attention to me, because you know they're gonna read ahead. You know, Adriana already read down to the second page, and you didn't have it on the screen yet. You know how it is. It says that the higher you go up, you're still responsible for sales, but you don't get bonuses unless your team hits their sales. So I've got it structured. So at Grace level, if I think Grace needs 70% of all the sales team to, no, I think it's 85%. 85% of all the sales team needs to hit their goals.
Wait a minute, you raised it?
I think I did. I think I did in the new one. I think I did. The reason why this is important is because Noella is out there where she can't make phone calls, and then we don't know when the power is going to cut off, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So no Noella left behind. So if you think about the meeting that we had yesterday, which Noella, you need to get the replay, but the meeting we had yesterday, it 100% solves all Noella's problems. 100%. And she has no problems whatsoever because of the way I've got it structured, to where you have to where one has to do this in order for this to happen. And I think you can, I guess I borrowed from the spirit of network marketing from there. And the difference between network marketing or MLM and a business is, if most of your money comes from outside of your customers, that's a very dangerous MLM. That's a pyramid. Okay, just to be honest with you, it is. If most of your income comes from outside your customer base, that's a very, very, very dangerous pyramid. Very dangerous. What does that look like? Auto ships, paying for the websites. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't fool me now. You got to pay for this. If most of your money, the associate fee, when you sign up, if most of your money comes from that, if most of your money comes from inside, from its employees, you're not an employee, you're in a pyramid. You're in a pyramid. MLM walks this line to where half the money, almost half, 60, 70%, you get to that 70%, you can technically call yourself an MLM. Technically call yourself an MLM. They walk that line. They walk that line real good. So that's the difference between that. In our particular case, 100% of our money comes from customers. None of it comes from any of you. That means we're a business. The It means we're a business. There we go. It means we're a business when 100% of our money is customer funded. So what I'm telling Grace and all the people who qualify for bonuses, and Mike is on the way. Like Mike is doing so well that I'm gonna have to promote Ken just to promote Mike, because if I promote Mike, Ken gonna lose his team member, and Ken ain't trying to lose his team member. There you go, right? So I'm gonna have to do it like a double promotion, because they tan it up. they tan it up for sure. They tan it up. I think 2 of the biggest sales come from both of them. If I'm not, yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so there you go for sure. So this is just saying that these people are incentivized through great bonuses to serve one another. Now, if this is boring to you or whatever, which anytime you talk about sales can get boring. It's like talk about insurance. It's like, get boring. Let me simplify that to you even more. It means, I'll pick one of you. It means, Semengola, while you are not paying attention to the sales floor, they are on every single level. So while you, let me cut my computer, cut my keyboard off so I can do this. So while you doing this on the code, they are incentivized to make sure Noella is not left behind. And the more Noella sells and the more Ebony sells, the more the salary is generated. I get it? All right, so that's what all those fancy words Antonio used said up top. I had to cut off my Bluetooth thing because I didn't want to have Zoom crash on me. All right, Grace, now share your screen. Yeah, I answer any questions. Antonio, what's the point of this meeting? To let you know the sales team got your back and y'all better love on them. So here's the 3 things. So the sales team get 11 bonuses total. They get 5 quarterly, well, that's not, so 5 quarters. They get 4 quarterly bonuses plus an annual bonus, that's 5, 3 discretionary bonuses, and then these 3 other bonuses. I'll call them super bonuses. So if the sales team makes a certain amount of sales, which we'll go to in a little bit, a sales team member, regardless of whatever, they get a luxury car bought and paid for by me. Stop your screen. Stop your screen, Ray. I mean a kind of car that when you buy it, it goes up in value, not goes down in value.
I caught it.
Okay. See, this is why y'all thank you, Grace. This is why y'all not on the sales team, because y'all didn't get pumped up. I promise you, the sales team people's like, that's right. You know why? Because a good sales team person trying to close $1 million deal don't need to pull up in the Honda Civic.
Ooh, you better think that again. I don't need all of that.
Okay.
You
pull up in the Honda Civic. If you selling the private jet, and we've got $1 million products here, when you selling a private jet, you want to pull up a certain way. We're not saying that you should. We're not saying that it's fair. We're just saying that the whole process is a sales process, isn't it, y'all?
For sure.
The whole process. The whole process. So when they pull up in a BMW 7 Series, well, you don't even close the door. No, you push the button, and then the button close the doors. Do you understand? We don't close doors in no 7 Series. Yeah, what y'all doing? That's not what we do around here. Is it hit the little button on the inside where your child lock is? That's what that button, hit that button, it'll close. It'll close on its own. You understand? Now, the second bonus that they get
indiscreetly out loud.
That's right. That's right. That's right. The second bonus they get is a 4-unit apartment complex in their name, paid off in full, in their name or company name, paid off in full in their name, taxes paid for the first year.
Profit. First time to get tenants in that bad boy.
That means they got all the equity. This means when Adriana gets this bonus, you're talking about 4-unit apartment complex in Texas would be $475,000 would be the medium there, something like that. So this means immediately that you can get an LTV, loan to value. There's 5 different kind of loans you can get should you want to do so. I'll just go with the most common HELOC, home equity line of credit, right? HELOC. You can get 80% LTV. This means $475,000. You can tell the bank, I need $425,000 cash. And you can do this with a 500 credit score because you have the asset and it's paid off. Y'all not paying attention. That's okay.
Say that one more time.
Come on, man.
You have the asset, it's paid off. And then you put tenants in it. Now you got a cash flowing asset. It's a whole different story.
Wait a minute, Antonio. Wait a minute. Okay. Is it true that when
Tracy say, how can I be on the sales team?
that has where the building is 65% occupied? What did that do? Come on.
You got the right idea. Unfortunately, it doesn't apply for the 4-unit because all in America, at least, that's still considered residential. But if it was 5 units or more, that's now commercial, and then what you just said applies. What you just said applies. The 75%, because in commercial, it's not about how pretty the front yard is and the palm tree that you have in front of it. It's all about the cash flow. Now, every sales team member, I have not done this with the programmers yet, and I'm not sure if I will. I'm not sure. But if y'all don't know, I'm a real estate investor, a very bullish real estate investor. All my money only has one job, and it's to go into real estate, Adriana. It doesn't do anything else. Like, I'm not you got to think about this for a moment. Most of y'all, I'm about to do too much. Okay. Most of y'all turn y'all money into urine or poop. That's what most of y'all do with y'all money. That's what most of you do. That's what most of you do. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, that good time is in someone else's economy, and by the time it goes back to your house, it's in some sort of eliminated waste. I refuse.
Which is a waste.
Which is a waste. Double entendre right there. It's a waste and a waste is what it is. You have to be careful there because money has no value unless it's moving. But the way I spend my money, if I don't make money as soon as I spend it, I don't spend it.
I need you to say that one more time, Antonio.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Not only am I going to say that, I'm going to say 2 more things after it. When I spend my money, if it don't immediately make me money, I don't spend it immediately.
Thank you, sir.
Teach me something, Bishop. Greetings, sir.
Greetings, sir. I got y'all. The whole sales team is forced. I told them all I will fire you if you don't become real estate investors. Did I not?
He did.
They cannot work here without being real estate investors. So the sales team is incentivized. They know that I'm teaching them. I've already sent their name to my loan officer. I've already done it. I've already sent their name to my loan officer. We already started in this process. If they got credit issues, I'm going to clean up their credit. And this is at no charge to them. Wow. Y'all not paying attention. Do you understand how incentivized the sales team is to get y'all salaries? We're not just telling them, hey, do it for the chipper or whatever that movie is, right? We're not saying do it for the Lord. We're saying be selfish and go be millionaires. And on the way there, take care of Jalen.
Come on now.
I told y'all this is the way y'all can steal from me. Okay. I told you this is the way you can steal from me.
Something very, very amazing that I agree with.
Go ahead. You can go in detail.
Send our names too.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So these are 2 things after that. I would write these down if I were you. I see your hand, Prophet Jay. I got you. I would write these down if I were you, but you know what? You've grown. Prahamesh, you've grown. I can't make you write this down. But if I were you, Antonio has 2 rules when it comes to money. Number 1, I will have no debt that my customers are not paying for. That's my first rule with money. I will have no debt that my customers is not paying for. So if I accrue a debt and it come out of my pocket, I ain't doing it. Told y'all I was a capitalist. I am a flaming capitalist. Okay. If you close your eyes, I sound like an old white man Republican right now. If you just close your eyes, I sound like I'm 75 years old Republican. Just close your eyes. It's all right. You squint a little bit. You can see me. My last name is Rosenthal. If you close your eyes, if you close your eyes, you can see it. Okay. I tell you all the time, thank God for Republicans. They know how to make money. Democrats know how to spend money. I'm neither. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm a capitalist. I would have no money that my customers are not paying for. Excuse me, no debt that my customers are not paying for.
Okay, I have one question.
You should. Somebody ought to say something right there. That's
So
cold.
does that mean that you know how to capitalize on what the Democrats do and what the Republicans do?
Yeah, because they both suck at money anyway.
That part. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both sides are steeped in lack. They're controlled, right? So whenever you say vote for me and not the other guy, you're telling me you're programming. You're telling me you either believe in that, or you're telling me that you don't believe in that, but you are a slave owner and you believe in that. Either way, I know how to process and handle you. So you either know better and still controlling people, which I know exactly what to do with you, or you believe in that, I know exactly what to do with you. Either way, you expose your programming to me. Every single time y'all go, I'm a Republican. Or I'll just say conservative liberal because different countries. I'm a conservative. I'm a liberal. Stupid libtards. You tell me your program. You tell me exactly who you are. And I know exactly how to adjust to you. It's not a problem at all. Doesn't bother me one bit. As for me and my house, we counting this money. I don't know what y'all do over there. But if you try to, Semengola, if you trying to be a CEO, if you ain't heard how savvy of a CEO I am in 49 minutes, then you ain't gonna never be no CEO. Do you understand what I'm saying? I will have no debt that my customers are not paying for is my number 1 rule for money. My number 2 rule for money is whenever I need something, create an income producing asset. I don't borrow money. Why would I do that? The only time I borrow money is in real estate. And that's because that just makes sense. I can tell you why, but it takes a long explanation. I'm fit to move on. In fact, I'll tell you why now.
Can you repeat that number 2?
Yes. Number 2 is whenever I need money, I create an income producing asset. I would genuinely start a whole stream of income or a business. Where does this come from, Antonio? I don't care nothing about that. I needed an extra $75,000. This gonna stay alive till I get $75,000. This got it right. Tax benefits. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you hear me talk, you would swear I'm a Republican. I'm very conservative. That's why old folk love me. That's why I can't stand you young folks. I can't. Y'all get on my nerves. You young folk get on my nerves.
Hey, watch out now.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. So this is the idea with money. So the sales team is incentivized for that. So I'm gonna say one more thing. Share your screen, Grace, and then we're gonna get Prophet Jerry and his question. They super bonus, Grace. If you can read number 3 out loud, please. I'd appreciate you. Project your voice when you do so.
Teacher voice, exceptional $800,000 house incentive for outstanding performance.
Stop your screen, Grace. Now down there, it tells you what the outstanding performance is. However, each sales team member gets an $800,000 house bought and paid for. First year taxes paid for. Now, excuse me, that $800,000 house is recommended to be in Texas, but y'all grown. I can assure you an $800,000 house where Adonia lives and an $800,000 house where I live are not the same thing. An $800,000 house in Texas is a mansion. That wasn't hyperbole. Somebody, please, Deanna, please go to Zillow, HAR, something, and pull up an $800,000 house and show the pictures. For God's sake, this is why I ain't moving out of Texas. Do you understand? When I move out of Texas, it's to Ghana. I'm never moving out of Texas. You crazy. I'm telling you what it is. Like, this is 100,000. Yes. Oh, yeah, you should be called. Share your screen. It doesn't matter. She could pick any $800,000 house, Samantha. It does not matter. In Texas, it's a mansion. Where y'all,
yes,
look.
I've been seeing that.
Look,
I know it is. I've seen them.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah, when y'all see them on Instagram sometime. Look what you get in Houston, Texas for like what? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Now you can get that's 625,000. Put your stuff on. Tell it to do 800,000. Tell it to do 800,000. There you go. I'm gonna talk while you doing that. So y'all get the point. The sales team is extremely incentivized. Plus, they get another 5 bonuses and another 5 bonuses and another 5 bonuses and another 5 bonus. Yeah, put the minimum at 800,000. There you go. There you go. Now we talking. You just throw that one up. Just throw the first one up, right? It's 959,000, but you can do an $800,000 off on it. Now, is it done, yo? Because I don't know if that looked like the same thing in California. I don't know if that wrench around and wrench off the same way in California. But I don't think you get that in the Bay Area. I don't think that's how it works. You understand? You understand? All right, you can stop your screen. Long story short, there's so many different bonuses. I just gave you the top 3. I am now closing my part of the call. I would field a lot of questions. I just need you to know that if you are a programmer, and I told you that the sales team and the programming team works hand in hand. So the sales team works hand in hand with 2 departments, and they different. I got them independent. Sales team and programmers is one thing. Sales team and marketing is one thing. Two different things, though. 2 very different things. The most important division in this company is sales and tech. That's one division for me. Don't care. That's one division for me. We can't be a tech company if ain't no programming going on. I don't know what to. If Samantha ain't typing them keys, ain't no programming going on. You understand? We have to do this. Tanya is doing this. And here's the deal. Some of the people here came from other departments and said, I want to be a programmer. And I remember I told you I would have path to programming. I left it wide open, and I told you I'd be well taken care of. And y'all saw yesterday that you're well taken care of. You saw it yourself. So you literally went from this to, oh, I'll sign that, Antonio. Some of y'all haven't got it yet because I haven't sent y'all stuff yet, but it's coming. It's coming. It's like 2 or 3 of y'all because I haven't put y'all titles yet. Now, oh yeah, that was in the Woodlands and Sugarland. So the Woodlands is like saying Rancho Cucamonga, and Sugarland would be like Rodeo Drive area or something like that. Yeah. That's these 2. That's what these 2 areas are. That's what these 2 areas are. Go ahead, Prophet Jake.
Bishop.
Yes, sir.
I'm a minute interrupt the meeting, but go back.
I got you.
Because You were saying how you don't say how you said that, and Renee said something, and then I got a question.
I won't have no debt that my customers are not paying for. So if I buy $800,000 house, my customers are paying for an $800,000 house. I didn't buy $800,000 house.
And then you were saying on how that you don't something about money. You said
Let's see, right after that.
When you need something, you create an income producing asset.
Right.
No, that wasn't it.
But I should
it was
talk
something
about that.
You don't come back to me, Bishop.
No, okay. Just as soon as you think of it, and I'm gonna go back because I'm gonna end the call with money. There's 3 ways to spend money. I know y'all don't know about money too much. I really do need to. So we've got 2. We got 1 class coming out for certain people. It's called. Somebody say something.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Who certain people?
Well, so I got a class coming out. It's 20 weeks. I'm already doing something with the sales team. It's a 9-week class. It's called Possible. It's a financial mindset class. We do a lot of
It is a blessing. It is a blessing.
It's a blessing. We do a lot of financial and mindset. You got to remember, I make it so easy to make y'all forget that I'm rich. I make it so easy because I'm so relatable. But you must remember that I'm kind of good with some money. All right, I'm really good with money. I'm really good with money. But I make people forget that, like, you should kind of be awestruck to even get on the Zoom with me. I make people forget that. Money is vital. So I'm doing one with the sales team. We're on the 7th week already, and we missed last week because we had a sales call. So we're on the 7th. So we've been doing this for 7 weeks because I knew how fast the company was moving, and I knew that I needed to get them first. I can get the rest of y'all, but if we ain't got the sales team with the right mindset, we ain't got nothing. In 3 weeks, I'm starting another class. It's called Overcoming Low Self-Esteem for the Love of God. It is 20 weeks. It is 20 weeks. There you go. It is
okay.
Yes, sir. You got your question?
I know what it was.
All right.
You don't spend money unless you have to. Okay. When you were saying that, it was about, because I know the reason why Renee said something, because I'm always spending money. So
I never spend my money. I find it disgusting to spend my money, and I'll tell you why.
Okay. So how can I get to the point? I mean, it seems like when I get it, I'm ready to spend it.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
So the rest of this call, so forget everything I was gonna say.
No. I don't want to interrupt you.
Nah, forget everything I was gonna say. The rest of the call is answering this question.
Jay.
Yes, because you ain't the only one. You is not the. Will someone please jump on the sword and admit to this man that he?
I got my hands up.
Yep.
I got my hands up.
Yep. Not the only
Look,
one.
it be spent before
not
I
the
even
only
get
one.
it, bro.
Listen, already in my head. Okay, it's going to
It's
this.
already been divided. I already know what I'm gonna buy. I already know what I'm gonna purchase. I know
We
how
just
much
did
I'm
our
gonna
taxes.
save.
I ain't already
just
spent
did
a
our
day
taxes.
getting my cart right.
Wow.
And sometimes it's easy for me just to be like, you know what, okay, and just kind of coddle a little bit. So I think that's mine. I'm a bit of a vice, a little bit. I'm a bit of a
Gone to
vice.
bills before it's even in the bank account.
I just had Ina do some legwork for my taxes to send it to my CPA, and I owe $1 million in taxes. Just so we're clear, I owe $1 million in taxes.
Yeah, I was like doing that, and you have the comma and the point. I was like, what's he talking about? Millions, like $3,000, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah, y'all lifetime goal I owe in taxes. You understand? So I owe in taxes. What Dr. Ferris is to theology is what I am to business. You don't grow up homeless from 5 to 15 and I get good at business. I had to eat. You understand?
Right.
I had to eat. I had to make 75 cents to get the moon cookies. See, I don't know nothing about that, but you don't understand. You don't know nothing about that. That's
The
that South.
poopy ones.
Yep. So
Banana or the chocolate?
The banana ones. I ain't like the chocolate ones. I ain't like the chocolate
The
ones.
banana ones are banging.
Yeah, the banana ones.
My
Those
grandparents
are the best
75 cents.
tear them
ones.
bananas up.
75 cents. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain one thing. I'm going to explain. Write it down for me, Grace. The 3 ways money. I'm going to explain the 3 ways. I'm going to title this 3 ways. The 3 ways money work. There we go. And then I'm going to explain the 2 ways to get money. And I'm going to explain the 3 ways to exist in money.
Mhm.
Hopefully you remember what I said, because I don't. So there you go. At this point, this call is over. You're more than welcome. D6 day is over. You're more than welcome to head out. I'm done, because when this many people got this many money problems, damn that business, Samantha. We need to fix this now. Do you understand how much my life is better when your life is better? I have a moral responsibility to help you fix it. I need to do it right now. I'm on this only going to take about 20 minutes. Just so you know, I have ended the call. The rest of this is for those who want not to be a slave to debt. Cool. This is why I like getting y'all to ask questions. I don't mean to interrupt, man. No, you didn't interrupt. You Pastor Tony would say the Holy Spirit moved. It's what he would say. There you go. All right. Straight out of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. To be honest with you, straight out of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you get money and spend money, you're poor. That's the class you live in. When income, I, goes to E, expenses, you're poor. Period, point blank. You do not get the argument. It's up for no contestation. If income goes to E, you are poor. But I make $7,000 a month. If income goes to expenses, you are poor. You're just a $7,000 a month poor person. You are poor. You are poor. So I'm going to show you what that looks like on the whiteboard. Oh, I don't even know how to do this. Our whiteboard saves your work and has all the latest features. You can use it. Control B to make bold. Okay, I'm gonna try. It's giving me an option to go back to classic, but we're gonna see. So what I do? Do I need to hit Control B or something? I mean Command B? Why are you telling me Control B? Ain't no control on Mac. Move. Move. I want this off the screen. Sorry, I'm pouting now. Let me see. Try it again. Whiteboard. Try now.
That was me yesterday on
That was you.
Photoshop.
Okay. I just went to classic whiteboard just because. All right, here we go. Where's the
Controls next to function, by the way.
Not on no Mac. Control
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
exist on no
Yeah.
Mac.
Right by
next to
option.
function.
It does. You're right. It does. I was just being facetious. Like, why would I? Why? How
was like-
dare you say control? Man, you know. Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, look like I can see all y'all names. So I have no idea how this is gonna work. We about to find it out. We about to find out. So right here, oh, looks like we can share screen. So poor
I think
class.
we all got sent an email, I think.
Sign in now to avoid losing access to child. Anyway, this is fine by me. I have no problem with y'all doing it. This actually looks cool to me. So poor class right here. Poor class equals income. I'm gonna just say I, and then well, I'm gonna do it because y'all will take a screenshot of this. Income. So here's the income, and then y'all see shape. Oh, there go shape. Oh, that sneeze. It's coming. It's gonna be loud too. So there we go. Right there. Okay. Income, 2, and then expenses. There we go. Expenses. So we have a full understanding. Wait, get over here. Where's the little? Give it to me. Give me the. Let me just do this. Grab this. No, I don't want to grab the board. Give me the thing. Give it to me. I get clear. Close whiteboard. Child. Don't nobody know what they doing on this thing. I'm gonna put middle. See if I can get rid of this now. All right, put this over here for right now. Bam. Put this here. There we go. Okay. Income, expenses. Do we have a full understanding? If you get money and it's straight to expenses, you are poor. It doesn't matter how fast this happens. You're poor. You're in the poor class. It doesn't matter how fast. Uh-oh. Did I stop it? Who stopped it?
No, that was me by accident. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't think it's gonna let me back in because I didn't sign. Okay, let's try it again. Let's
I didn't know
see.
that could happen. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. This is the new version. Let's see. So poor class is there we go. Poor class equals income that then there we go. That goes directly to expenses. This is poor class. Middle class is when you take your expenses, your income, and then what you do is I wonder if it lets me turn this. Yep, it sure does. Then what you do, you take your expenses and then you use a financial institution come here, come. Ow, get off that right there. The financial institution, and then you use that to pay off your expenses. There we go. And you use that to pay off your expenses. That simple. Your middle class, if you get your money, go to the bank or your credit card, then pay off your expenses and repeat that process. Make this very clear. So if you say, honey, it's time to get a new car. Okay, honey, let's go get a new car. Actually, that's not how the conversation go. This is how the conversation really go. This damn car then broke down. Well, baby, you've been having it 13 years, but I was trying to have it 13 more, Paul. Okay. I was trying to have it 13 more. You got your 13 years out of it, Adonia. Y'all know Adonia is serious about her money. You got your 13 years out of it. And Adonia go, all right, fine. Let me go get a new car. Then when you go to the car lot and that car lot gives you a loan for that car, you're middle class. You're never going to be rich doing that. It's impossible. It is fiscally impossible to have a middle class spending model and get wealthy. Don't let them lie to you. Do not let them lie to you. The reason why they keep saying, well, the middle class is the backbone of the economy, because you borrow. You're, you're, you're not the backbone of the economy because You're important. You're the backbone of the economy because you're important to our unearned income. That's why you're important. Okay. So right here, the middle class, if you get your money and spend it, you're poor. Well, I'm not poor. Don't put that over me, the Lord. Hey, you keep all your religion, you're still poor. You can be holy, rabbi, sanctified, Jewish, doctor, Baptist.
I done told you I'm tired of being saved and pope.
You could be a Jewish Baptist synagogue missionary, imam, pastor. I put all of them together, and you still are poor. And if you get your money this way, you're middle class. This means that no matter what you do, Samantha, you're never going to be in the top 1%. I can get a good job and I can do that. I can get $591,000. You sure can, Antonio, but you're never going to be in the top 1%. Your taxes may say you're in the top 1%, but your lifestyle, you're going to feel poor because you're going to be one cancer scare away from being broke, one pandemic, one layoff. And wealthy is about how much time can I go without having a job. Don't let anybody else tell you what wealthy is. Let me help you what wealthy is. Wealthy is I can go this amount of time without having a job. That's what wealth is. Let me prove that to y'all. Poor people can only think about today, tomorrow, or payday. Poor people's lives, 100%, they plan from payday to payday. Middle class people's lives, they plan from payday to vacation. Wealthy people's lives plan for their kids' generations. This is how much time I got. All right. So to answer your question now, Prophet Jay, wealthy class, I'm not even going to call it rich. There's a bunch of rich people in this one. How many of y'all saw when the pandemic happened in America and it was a bunch of billionaires getting paycheck protection loans? All them billionaires was crying, go to my restaurant. We need this. Yeah. It was a bunch of poor millionaires. It sure was. It sure was. What's the point of getting to $1 million and then when something happened, you can't live like it? See, this is why I get real conservative.
Watch yourself,
This
Reverend.
is when people hate me. I get real conservative and people hate me for that. So here's income. And then once again, here's financial. There we go.
Can you like scroll it down or something so we can see more?
Sure can. Maybe I gotta go wide full screen. Is that better? Did that make it better?
Never mind. I guess I can do it on my screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I have no idea. I will when I do this, I'll figure it out for you. Financial. There we go. Financial institution. There we go. I still gotta sign on my words. And then we have expenses. But then this is when I told Prophet Jerry we can move this. Oh, Trey said we can move the screen. Remember I said to Prophet Jerry, I find it disgusting spending my own money. Because wealthy adds in a new thing, and it is assets. Now let's talk. So what happens here is the wealthy class gets their money. They get their money, and their money goes to assets. Well, actually, other way around. So they get their assets, excuse me, and their assets goes into their income. Actually, let me give it to you the real way. I was trying to simplify, but I can't simplify it, y'all. I was trying to, but I'm not going to. So here we go. Assets pays for all expenses What is left over from all those assets then becomes income. So then it becomes income, and they forever bypass the financial institution. So what happens is when it's time to use a financial institution, this financial institution goes into the asset column. Then that asset pays for expenses, then dumping off into the income. Can y'all see the difference? You should take a screenshot. That's never going to change. So I'm going to count down from 10. Well, I'm assuming I take a screenshot, looking at all y'all stuff move on the board. Maybe you can save or something. I have no idea. I have no idea. Go ahead, Otis. Okay, Otis. I mean, Grace, when Otis get a chance, send him a text message, tell him to talk whenever you get a chance. All right, can y'all see this? 10, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then what I would do is I would take a screenshot as well. And then I will put this in the Zoom chat just in case you did not have an opportunity or data connection or something to do the screenshot. There you go. It's there. Also, Grace, just for kicks and giggles, if you take that and put it in Line app as well, just for anybody else, okay? Just for anybody else. So we got a good understanding here. Oh, this actually, let's shrink it back down, it looks good. Okay. Now, hear me out. That's how money works. This is why most of those sports players go broke. What do? They get their money and they spend it, and then they borrow, never create income producing assets. The goal is to create income producing assets. Watch this here, that pay for your expenses. Now, I need you to hear what I'm about to say next. It's the most important thing I've said on this call all day. Your business will spend money like you. If you're in the poor class, so is your business. If you're in the middle class, so is your business. Pay very close attention to what Antonio did and said. Antonio said, hey, everybody, it's going to cost me about, add the income used to get more assets. That's right. Right. Otis said an income is used to get more assets. I left that part out. I'm so glad he said that. I get my money to buy more assets. Pay attention to what Antonio said about Density 6. First thing we're going to do, y'all, is we're going to create, I think it's 250 mobile games. Yeah, I don't care nothing about the mobile games. That's 250 streams of income.
Okay, so I have a question. I got a question because
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I feel about the game. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So now, the game, you know what I'm talking about. That is going to be income producing asset, correct?
250 income producing assets. So anything we release after that, Ahmad, anything we release after that is 100% profit.
Okay.
Y'all missing it. Y'all absolutely.
So you mean that? Okay, because I gotta get this in my head. It's like running around like chess pieces. I don't know what to do with it.
That's good. Okay. I'm trying to give you these chess pieces.
Yeah. See, so that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna breathe. Okay, so how? Because I know you got to do this. Because I don't know. I have no clue. I just know what I had in my brain, right? So how does that get to creating not only passive income, but income that produces more assets? Did I say that right?
You not only did you say it right, I'm very, very proud of you. I see your hand, Tracy. Tracy, are you at work?
No, anytime.
Okay, good. I'm so happy for her.
I am a product of your teaching. You know.
I'm so proud of you
Okay.
because I have a clear distinction between residual income and passive income. A very clear distinction. Very clear distinction. Okay. While both are true, you do something and you get paid for it. Here's the deal. I'm not trying to do nothing. Passive income means you work. You work. Since I couldn't buy real estate with density 6, I figured 250 games. This is, please, God, if you've ever heard me ever in your life, this is when you hear me. Because all 250 games that has to be out in the next 2 years are going to have 3 in-app purchases apiece, at minimum, plus ad revenue. 250 times 4 is what, Grace, all over the earth?
1,000.
That's 1,000 streams of income before I ever launch the company the way I want to. You totally missed that when I gave it to you last Friday or so.
My.
It's appropriate, Grace. That's if y'all don't know, that's Grace come from Black church. That's what happened in the Black church. Okay, if you know, this is 1,000 streams. Samantha, I know you hear this brilliance because you come on now. You understand. This is creating. If payroll is going to be 25% of my expense, I might as well get my customers to knock that out. It's not like every time they log in a game, I got to jump in the computer and say, hold on, hit this button. No, I don't want to do nothing. You do it.
Antonio T. Smith Jr., do you not see? God know what he was doing when he put me in your lap. I'm just saying, because you know how I feel about this. And I had it in my head, but what do I do? I'm so good. Thank you so much for that.
Told y'all to steal from me. Semengola, my man. When you start your business, I never had a me. I had to earn all this myself. I had to teach all this to myself. I had to go read books. I never had an Antonio. You have a very distinct. You give me 2 years, I make you me now. I guarantee you. You give me 2 years, you won't even be in this company in 2 years. You fool around, give me 2 years. Give me 2 years. Watch how you. So on Netflix, you know what happened on Netflix? One of the top dudes started Redbox.
Wait.
Yes. Yes.
He gonna be like that. Watch. He's gonna start a company like Density 6. That's not a competitor or something, but it's gonna be boom. He's gonna be just like that. Okay, come on, Tracy. And then Samantha's next. Y'all gonna get these finances today.
No, I was just going to ask, could you give an example of an income producing asset?
Sure.
Like you said, when you need a loan, when you need money, instead of getting a loan, you create your own income producing asset. And I've heard you say that before, but as far as with what I'm doing, me and my industry and things like that, what would be an income producing asset that I could create just like that to bring in income if I needed money?
Let's define the income producing asset first, as Antonio would give it to you. I have to give this to y'all with cuss words, okay? As Antonio would give it to you. So please hold your sanctified ears. I'm giving her a definition. There's pastors, preachers, and nuns on this call. I do apologize, but income producing asset is I'm gonna work my ass off to never work again. That's the only way I can communicate that, Jerome. There's no other way. There was no wooey-fooey words that were going to work there. Because I don't want you to think an income producing asset is, I'm going to put no sweat in. That ain't what I said. These video games, 250, that's going to be tough. And they're going to stay around for 13, 14 years.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
It just hit me.
Come on, man.
what you were saying earlier
Mm-hmm.
in reference to Destiny 6.
Yep.
What the example that you have set
Mm-hmm.
forth in your business prior to Destiny 6
Mm-hmm.
is what you're doing in Destiny 6
That's correct.
in reference to making sure that those games pay the salaries.
Everything.
You ain't got to pay them. The customers who play the games are paying, and that's
Jerome,
just
that's their job.
that's just one item.
That's
The
one.
games are just one item, and you got a plethora
That's right.
of
That's right. And here's the deal: not the games that me and Adriana and Alexander are going to work on. That's like, it's Assassin's Creed or something. Not those games. Not the AAA games. We talking about hyper casual puzzle casino games and stuff on the phone.
Yeah.
That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. Back to Tracy's question. You're absolutely right, Jerome. My customers were born to pay my bills. I sure thank them. They so hallelujah. Thank you for being born to pay my bills. That's their job. That you can make that sound mean all you want to. You better get this mindset. Because if you don't have this mindset, somebody like me got it about you, and you're their customer. If you're not talking like this, then you somebody's customer. You don't even know it. So back to Tracy's question. So an income producing asset for Tracy, she's a speaker. I would never make it about speaking. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? That's too much work. If I was Tracy, this is what I would do. If I was Tracy, I'd create a $5 product that leads to a $20 product that leads to a $397 product. That's how fast I jump you. Can we talk? Can I? Now, this is some nerd stuff. Here's some math. Out of the 100% of the people that get my stuff for free, because that's what I would do. So I got to back up. I would have a $0 product. I had 20 of them joints. 20 $0 products. Yeah, I should be writing this down. 20 $0 products, one $5 product, one $20 product, and one $397 product. Let's start from the back end. The $397 product would be my very best stuff. Let's start from the front end. Those 20 $0 products would be my very best stuff I stole from the $397 product. See, that age of sell the sizzle and not the steak, that's dead. The internet killed that. As soon as they gave us 3G internet, it became a consumer-based economy. The internet lets y'all decide if y'all want to hear me or not. If I wouldn't spit in this hot fire, you'd be gone. You can't get this nowhere else for free, okay? Samantha, I'm not gonna forget your hand was up. So now watch this here. I create 20 free products to get to my $5 bump. And I would make sure every single month my $5 bump pays all my bills. So she say, well, I got $10,000 worth of bills. Okay, that's your fault. Now that you got $10,000 worth of bills, I guess you need to reach 100,000 people a month. Y'all out here posting once a day. So I'm because I know at a 25% conversion rate that I am going to get 25% of those 100,000 people, that's 25,000 people, to pay $5. Grace, 25,000 times 5, please, if you don't mind.
125,000.
Does that not pay her $10,000?
Yes, with leftover.
Guys,
with more than enough leftover.
I just did that off the top of my head with a $5 bump. Y'all out here trying to be millionaires. There's nothing wrong with putting together a $200 product, giving it a 99% discount, that's 97% discount, and say it's for $5. Notice I did 2 real smooth tricks there, though, Samantha. They were 2 real smooth tricks. I didn't say 20 crap products because the market only rewards excellence. I said I went from my most expensive thing, stole 20 things from it, gave it away for free. Now, right there, that's my $5 bump. So guess what happens now, Antonio? Half that $5 is 100% profit. That $9 is 100% profit. That $20 is 100% profit. And that $397 is 100% profit. If you close your eyes and squint, I'm telling you, you see a white man.
Sir, before that, wait, was there anything between 20 and 397, or you went from 20 to 397?
I went to 20 and 397 because I'm trying to see, because I only expect 5% of my audience to get to 397. Here's your numbers, as you should expect them. 100% of people you're going to reach, whatever that is. I can't control that. Your reach, though, is 100%. To get inside of your $5 bump, 25% of people going to do that. Those same 25% of the people, about 20% of that 25% of people gonna get your $9 a month product. That's what I was talking about. That's called a continuity plan. That's called residual income. Do you hear me? A reason I'm calling this residual income because I still got to work for it. Passive income is write me my check for living in my house. You understand that? That's my apartment complex. You understand that? So you go to work, but make sure you send me my check. Or your wife is on the streets. You understand?
So it went from $5 to $9?
Okay, because the $9, I always plan on being a monthly subscription. Remember, this call is over. If you don't want no financial advice, well, or you got something to do, with my good grace and permission, we was over 34 minutes ago. I said that, I made that clear. But if you need some financial advice, that you got it, they charge you for this, right? It's $997 course out there right now for what I'm doing right now. Right now. Okay. Like right now. Okay. So because I'm not just doing finances, I'm creating your business system. Dr. Say said, this is free. It's absolutely free. This is I'm creating your business system along with it. So now I got 20 products. What is those products? They call lead magnets. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you to get to my company. I'm paying all my bills with $5. Here's what that means. This means when Tracy do what I'm saying, Tracy don't pay for customers. Customers pay Tracy to be her customer. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Jerome. They get it. Oh, please, can I give you my money so I can be your customer? They pay. This is how Antonio got here. People say, Antonio, please take my money so I could be your customer.
I gave him my money. I sure did.
Density 6 current customer acquisition cost is 0.002 cents. Was that 2,000th of a penny, Grace? It's insane. I didn't pay for y'all to be here. Remember, don't forget that. Don't forget that. I didn't pay for an ad on LinkedIn. My audience is so big, it's not a problem. Okay, so now take that $9. Antonio, where my salary coming from? That $9. That $9 a month, where my salary coming from? What I'm gonna do all this extra money? Better buy some assets.
Is the $9 more like a subscription?
That's
right. But like to what? I guess that's like I understand thank you, most definitely. Thank you. But I'm just really trying to figure out like the lead magnets, I get that's like the free stuff, but like $9 subscription to what?
That's on you, but I'll give you 3 options. If I tell you how to do it, that's a little cost. If I tell you how to do it with me, that's a bigger cost. If I tell you I'll do it for you, you got to mortgage your house. You got to mortgage your house. You understand? That's I'm telling you. If I do it for you, I'm being Matlock. Like something, y'all ain't gonna get that. Uh, you got to mortgage your house. You understand? You mortgage your house. This absolutely costs $2 million, 75,000, 250,000. Bam. If it's a setting like this, like Dr. Ferris is doing something very similar to this. If it's setting like this, that's called a freemium or a premium. So if I'm telling you how to do it, but you're gonna do it yourself, that's somewhat like $9, $20, 99 tops. If you gonna get me on a live call with you, oh, that's $99 a month. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because you're doing it with me. Because every time you are live with me, I can't go get nobody else. So you're paying for the opportunity cost that you're costing me to go get new customers. Y'all better hear this. Y'all better hear this talk.
Okay.
If
So
you got me live, you are paying for me not being able to go get somebody else. Go ahead, Sandra.
okay, so
And I'm gonna come back and finish that question, Tracy.
because Tracy's question is like what I was trying to get over. Does that make sense? Get right in my mind. I'll say
Right.
that. Okay, so I make jewelry, right?
Yep.
So now to have people that want to know how to make jewelry, because after they know what the jewelry supports,
Good.
it goes towards those who have been abused.
Okay.
It's going towards helping to stop that madness, right? Okay, so now they want to know how many places does that hit? Okay, so I break down all of that within that $9 subscription, say a magazine, right?
Yep.
But now they want to be a part of making the jewelry.
Okay.
So now I create a class for them to be in to make the jewelry.
Got it.
Right? So now how would I give that to them and do the cost of that? How does that work? How do I make it where they are paying for those services?
Okay.
And then to go to the next level of
got you. Okay.
doing it, and then they want it purchased for their whatever they're doing.
Okay. So I can answer you and Tracy question at the same time. What y'all are missing is a value ladder, which is kind of what I've been explaining here. A value ladder is when you come in the company at $0 and I'm walking you to $10,000. This is what y'all are missing. So to finish answering Tracy's question, which is going to answer Sandra's question, what should I do? I gave her the 3 options. If it's $9, it needs to be pre-recorded. Something like the Tracy show, and it grows every month like Netflix or something. If it's $99, then maybe it's a live Zoom call or something. I don't know. If it's $90,000, she said, I'll take over your whole business and get it done for you. You understand? So this is, I can't tell her where to fall because I don't know how much energy she's trying to spend, but I'll find out. Tracy, how much energy are you trying to spend? Are you live? Before you tell me what you want to do, are you live? Is it pre-recorded? Which energy do you want to spend for these people paying $9?
Pre-recorded.
I know, and then we solved the problem there. So she should have some Tracy University on whatever theme that she's doing. So let's say it's since I know a product, I'll make up something very. The more nichey it is, the more she's going to make money. So let's say, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you through different levels of this. So Sandra, this is for you now. I'm going to say finance. Okay, it's not going to make much money. Watch this here. Finance for transgenders. That's going to make plenty of money. Because it's just, and I don't mean to be offensive to nobody, but it's a group. You get it? The more myopic, that's stupid big words, the more narrow viewed the
I put that in the chat, narrow it.
Yeah, yes, yes. Oh yeah, you sure did. The more you narrow your audience, the more money you're gonna make. Because there is a whole, some of y'all can literally get out there and sell clean socks to children, teenagers that just came out in the community, the LBG community, because a lot of them get disbanded, homeless, and they need clean socks. So I'm just trying to get you to see that the more niche you are, the better. So now back to Tracy. Let's get niche here for a second. I don't think niche is a word. Niche is, but niche is not. I'm pretty sure niche is not a word.
It is now because you said so.
It feels good just rolling off the tongue.
Yeah.
It feels good. Yeah, it feels good. So Tracy says we're gonna do low self-esteem, overcoming low self-esteem for business owners who suffer with imposter syndrome.
That's a good one.
Okay.
A lot of money.
I take that.
There.
All right, there. And that's pre-recorded. Pre-recorded. And with ChatGPT now, she can take one video and get 20 videos out of it at this point. Right? So this is not a problem anymore. Everybody got what I'm saying? So that now solves her question, which goes back to Sandra now. Samantha, you were actually right. If you got some sort of like subscription box, Sandra, that'll help out for you. But to be honest with you, Sandra, if I was you, that's not what I would do if I was you. You should tell me, you should ask me what I would do.
Wait a minute, Antonio T. Jr., because I've been here for a minute. I know. Okay. That's not what I would do, Sandra. That's not what I would do. Okay. So Antonio T. Smith Jr., if you were me, what would you do?
I'm glad you asked.
Should I say, what would you do, Antonio T. Smith Jr.?
I would get, since Sandra is a little past 20, that's marketable. Since she's doing jury for abused women, that's marketable again. I would change my entire business model, Alexander's. My business model would have nothing to do with jury whatsoever. I would now become a TV show. Let me tell you why. Because if you build an audience big enough, every abused group is going to try to get in front of you to get your audience. I would absolutely switch to being a TV show. My customers won't know it, but I'll be very video heavy. I'd be on YouTube with some sexy nightgown or something. I don't know what the hell you do. Whatever you do, I don't know. But whatever fits your image. You understand? Whatever fits your image. And I would literally.
They said I can't do it. They said I cannot do what I do.
I know. And then every time, if you want me to put your lotion on the screen, they say, "Oh my God, what lotion do you use?" Send me $100, and I'll tell people what lotion I use. You understand? And I'll be like, "If you all can get Pastor Tony's shea butter, it's like every incense that I liked, every music, everything on my show would be for sale. You hear me? The playlist." Every single thing on my show would be for sale. The camera equipment I would have in the show notes. That's what I would do. Because now you're talking about building an audience, and now you're living off that ad money. Your problems are solved. She's not a jury company. She's a TV show. That's what I would do. But hey, y'all grown. Okay. Y'all grown. You can do it. Go ahead. Samantha, you next, right after she finished.
So now, how does, because I remember you teaching on doing the products and doing a subscription, right? So now, how does that transfer to the funds part? Is there a button that you create?
I got you. I see what you're asking.
You know what I mean? How do they get it from there? Because remember, you told me, you said, don't bring that T-shirt back up here until.
Fair Yeah, that
You got
sounds
somewhere where it's purchasable. If I can't buy, don't bring it up.
That's right. Even if I do remember that, but even if I didn't remember it, that damn show sound like me. That show enough
That's what
sound
you
like me.
told me. I'd be trying to hang on to this stuff because
Yeah,
I
I
know
want
who
to
you
buy
are.
it.
I know what God did. So
Listen.
now I did that, but I'm having it. I don't
Nah,
understand.
it's easy. It's easy.
I don't know if I'm doing it.
No, that's
Something
all good.
I'm
I got you.
missing.
I got you. All of y'all, if you don't know how to do a monthly subscription, because I remember struggling back in 2014 trying to figure it out. That's how we got to Stripe in the first place. Go to stripe.com, create you an account. Stripe is worldwide. Create your account. And then there's an option that says monthly subscription, right? It'll do all the coding on the end for you. And then it would generate you a link. And that's the link you share.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think this would help other people as well.
Yep.
Where would be some platforms that if you were doing this, you would want to start that subscription at? Because I was thinking Discord, but
Yeah, Discord work for sure. I would start. So you need two platforms, whichever one is your favorite, and email. If you don't have an email database, you're not in business. So email is your second social media because you got to be remembered. If you don't own the traffic, you ain't in business. You can go to Facebook or Discord all you want to. Whoever owns Discord, that's their customers. That's not yours. That's their customers. I can assure y'all, when we put out these video games, there's going to be landing pages for these video games. Would you like to know why? Because all of us game developers know that when we go in the back office, it's going to say, Samantha's going to look, she's going to say, oh my God, Antonio, we got 33,000 people playing right now on 33,000 devices, and everybody's going to be happy. I'm going to be pissed off. You know why? Because I ain't got 33,000 people name, number, phone number, email, physical address, gender. Apple got all that.
Right. Oh my God.
You hear me? I'm just telling you straight up. I'm going to be very upset. That's 33,000 devices that I can't get in contact with. I'm too much of a capitalist for that. You can guarantee we gonna have folk coming through us signing up. We gonna lose plenty, but we gonna get about 2,000 of them. So when we release the next game, they get an email immediately. Okay, you get it. All right, go ahead, Samantha. Just remember, this is the audience demanding, give us more, give us more. This has nothing to do with me. Okay, go ahead, Samantha.
Well, when I originally raised my hand, it was like 3 different points you guys were making and things like that. But on the point we were just talking about, I definitely, as soon as she started talking, I was thinking, like blog. That blog creates an audience. The videos you create more of an audience. Those become paid for subscriptions so that audience can grow and they realize you have a product worth paying for.
That's right.
And then you create that audience by describing to them the goals you want to reach with that business, the goals for people who have been abused, and create workshops and classes for specifically for those people, and
now you're absolutely right.
Continued and growing. But when I originally raised my hand, it was about the
you can take us back
when we were talking about property and creating assets that create values and things like that. So
go ahead.
because
You can ask that question right there.
I wasn't able to turn it into a rental property, but I did own property and made a lot of money off of it by putting in work for free, my work, you know what I mean? So it was like making an asset. I bought something, but I had to pay into a financial institute to get that. But I created myself making it a better and bigger asset. And then I sold it and used the money to do other things. So it's kind of like I was just relating that and relating the idea of getting rental property and having these people coming in that are going to pay that mortgage for you.
Right.
It's the same as the mobile games. It's the same as everyone that's going to look at that. They're coming in, they're going to give you their money, and then they're going to leave. And then you're going to have the next person come in and give you more.
Right. Absolutely.
And Yeah,
and
rental
the goal
property,
is to, right.
anything that physical is going to continue to hold value
That's
if you
right.
continue to put value in it.
That's right. So sometimes you hear me say hard income producing asset is what you'll hear me say. And I mean something I can walk in. I mean, I need to be able to throw some eggs at it, like literally, I need to be able to break a glass in it or something. A hard income producing asset will continue to go up in value because of that nature of what that is. Like a gold. That's a I can put gold in my hand. Do you
This is
understand?
physically worth something.
Yeah, it's a hard income
Yeah.
producing asset. While I am a
Property,
major
property and physical assets are like the most important. I mean, there's a reason why
Absolutely.
everyone that makes a certain amount of money immediately starts putting it back into physical property.
Absolutely. 99% of the 1% has money in real estate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 99%. Now keep in mind, a yacht is not an income producing asset.
Mhm. And if you don't have the money to pay for the asset you bought, you don't, your net worth is never going to be
Never.
anything.
Never. Now, if you got a yacht and you doing parties on it all night, first off, I'm praying for your liver. That's for sure. Number one, because you definitely drinking a lot for sure. Number two, I'm way too introverted for that. Then it's an income producing asset. At that point, if you're charging for those parties, right? If you're charging for those parties. Okay. Wrapping this up. Go ahead, Prophet Jay. Futurist Jay.
Bishop, I don't
Okay,
want to make
okay,
this,
Ahmad.
I don't want to make this mistake in the future when the second book that you awesomely wrote and written, when it comes out, yes, do take your bow.
Yes.
You deserve that. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
I put my foot in it. You weren't supposed to tell nobody, but I put my foot in it though. You understand?
I wasn't supposed to have my bio. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just joking.
Okay, so what I'm having, I'm having a problem. So I'm trying to stop this problem.
Okay.
You know how when I go out in the vendor and I vend the book,
Yep.
Broken Bones, but not a Broken Soul.
Yep.
I get sales, but then before the day is over with, I'm at McDonald's or I'm somewhere I don't got no business. I got somewhere I'm not going to be. And Renee's the type of person, she's saying no, but she wants to, love her husband and make sure he's happy. Because sometimes I put on
Deanna
the
gonna do
sad
that in
face.
about an hour, so don't feel too bad. Deanna gonna do that in about an hour.
So, so with this next book coming up, how can I not, when I get sales, when I'm out there pushing the book, going to these vendors, pushing the book, the money comes in. I mean, it's not $600-700, but because if it's $600-700, some of that's probably going towards you to put something somewhere, or it's going somewhere. But it'd be about 100, maybe $80 to $100. But
yeah, I got you. First off, good job there, because most people don't even sell books. Okay, let me just compliment you on that one first. Secondly, before I answer this question, I don't want y'all to think I just got this knowledge. When I was an undergrad, I was $500,000-600,000 deep, millionaire 2016, like after I finished post grad or whatever you want to call it. So I need you to get that. The people y'all are talking to right now, it's a dude like me that you just sleeping on. That is this guy. I was this guy then. It's just that wasn't my platform. I didn't go to HBU to talk. I went to HBU to learn. That wasn't my platform. So be very careful of the people around you, because wealthy people understand how to tap into the people around them. That's number two. Number three, the reason why you spend this money, it's not only because you be tripping, it's because you're a small business. And come on, small business. We know it. We get money. It's got to go. Sales team got to get paid. Chargebacks will put you out of business as a small business. Who know what I'm talking about? You get $5,000, that $5,000 gone. That doesn't mean that you mismanaged it. You just got bills to pay. Can I get a witness? I got bills to pay. All right, so this is part of the problem right here. Yeah, you got the cameraman too got to get paid, and this and this. It just is what it is. This is the downfall of a small business. Now, start a program with your second book. You need to have that marriage program, and stop thinking your book is going to make you wealthy, and know that your program is. So here's the difference. I want you to think. Let's pretend this is a pill bottle. Actually, I think I got a pill bottle. Yes, vitamin D. I have vitamin D. Last year, they said I was vitamin D deficient. I was like, what? You don't understand. So vitamin D comes from sunlight. But I'm dark skinned. Dark skinned people don't have vitamin D deficiency. All this melanin going on. So the doctor was making fun of me. How you gonna be dark skinned in Houston with vitamin D? But anyway, so that's my vitamin D story. So here's my vitamin D right here. Your book is selling this subscription. You get paid once. That program is selling all these pills. Do you want to get paid for a bottle or every time I pop a pill? Did that make sense? Was that a good illustration? Because I don't even know how
That
many
really
times.
was a great illustration. I could see that. Thank you.
This thing say 100 tablets. I don't know if they go zoom in. It say 100 tablets. I'm trying to get paid 101 times when I sell this bottle and every time you pop one of these pills. And then I'm trying to have unlimited refills on the pill. Refills 30 out of 30. You understand what I'm saying? It's about getting paid off every time I swallow a pill, not getting paid off every time I write a subscription or prescription in this case. Yeah, getting that unearned income. All right, let me end with these other two things. Grace,
I just got that. Thank you.
There you go. Grace, I said something about 2 ways to make money and something. So put the titles out there. I showed y'all how to exist to money, whatever I call that. But you're very, very welcome, Ron. Here's 2 ways to make money. That's what I should have said. You sell what you so Alex Sanders is going to sell what he knows. Every Unity programmer here is selling what they know, or they're collecting money. If you do both, you're gonna double your money quickly. So it's only 2 ways. Listen, you're only selling what you know, or you're collecting it. And in Density 6 case, we're doing both at the same time. We're selling what I know with cutting edge technology. With the video game stuff, we're collecting money. Now that you understand those 2 things, there's only 3 ways to exist in money, and this is where we end. You're gonna, number 1, trade time for money. And all of y'all better be very glad that I don't have y'all in that situation. I did y'all a rock solid favor and did not do y'all like that. Trade time for money. That's number 1. This is bad. Why is trading time for money? Does anybody here agree that 1% of the world controls 96% of the world's wealth? Does anybody disagree with that? We know this statistically. We have the data for it, yes? So can we all agree that we not going to disagree with hard facts and data? So now I'm going to rephrase this for you. And if you give me 5 minutes, we're done. I'm going to rephrase this for you. 1% controls 96%. Let's put that into fractions now, but I'm going to take it out of fractions and put it into money so you can understand. But money is still fractions. Y'all just don't get it that way. $1, 96 cents. Out of $1, that's a whole, that's 100. Here's 96 cents. So I just moved 96 cents. I got how many cents left, Grace? 4. Now watch this here. This leaves 4% of the people left. But watch it. Watch this here. If 1% is controlling 96 cents, that means anybody trading time for money is
99%.
fighting. That's 99% of people are fighting
Like for 4 cents.
for 4 cents. That's why you hate jobs. That's why it feels that way. That's why every time you get a gig, you got to get another gig. Because mathematically speaking, 99% of people are fighting for the 4 pennies that's left over. That made so much sense. You should have got mad. you should have, this is some bullshit. You should just some bull jive, right? You should have got mad. Now, that being said, you don't want to trade time for money. So what's the second way? You use your money to make money. And only 3% of the world's doing that. Stocks, bonds. Well, this is why they're trying to crack down on crypto so much. Because y'all fooling around and getting money without them. They don't like that. Well, I don't know if all y'all trust y'all government. That's okay. In America, I got first Bill of Rights where I can say I don't trust no government. And I can say that in America. I don't trust no government. Now, here's the deal. There's a third way. Multiple streams of income. And this is where we end our call. Every wealthy person has multiple streams of income. There is not, as a matter of fact, I'll go so far and say this here. This is a great way to end this call. If you only got one income, you will live long enough to despise that income. Pause real quick. It is at this moment of this call. If you have not realized a few things about me, I would point them out. For one, I know this money game. Two, I just too real. Somebody get the microphone away from this boy. Golly, stop it. Three, I'm telling you what's not in books. They don't write this in books. This is not in books, but this is what the 1% knows. This is what we leverage. You're either leveraging someone or you're being leveraged. One way or the other. Okay. So now understanding that, you need multiple streams of income. This is why Density 6 is going to start off for the first 2 years, creating at minimum 250 streams of income in a department that ain't going to have that much staff. Because once we create the 250 games, we all moving out of that department. We're going to need AAA games. It's gonna be one dude over there upgrading these games. You got 250 games to upgrade a year. Maybe 2. That's it. Because you're talking about unearned income with 0 salary attached to it. Grace, time me for 120 seconds. We did the business call. It took an hour to do the finance because that's what y'all want. So I'm going to close on this financial tip. The reason why I know this is because in 2008, the world had what we call the Great Recession. We're in another one. They just won't call it that. And I remember being so broke, Alexander's. And I remember saying to myself, all these people out here making money. Let me pull this a little closer. I want y'all to hear every word I'm saying. This is what I'm going to do. Here's just what my weekend looks like. Today, I'm not going to do a motor scooting thing. Tomorrow, I'm going to set the programmers up. So Monday, we in some hard code. Monday, we hit the ground running. Today, I'm not going to do nothing. You hear me? I'm going to work out to keep these muscles tight. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Mirage all day long. I'm going to try to hold the restroom for as long as I can. so I can keep playing. You understand? That's what I'm gonna do all day. I ain't doing nothing. No calls, no nothing. Then I'm gonna go out there and spend some stupid money. I ain't gonna like it. That's all I'm gonna do. The reason why I can get to do that is because in 2008, I was so mad that I realized I'm so freaking broke and all these people making money off my brokenness. And I told myself in the next recession, won't happen again. I'll be one of those people. Until you admit that you don't know everything, you're not going to become smart with money. I cannot stress this to you enough, because here's the problem. Here's what happens. We get these doctorate degrees and we get these, what's equivalent to a doctorate degree? We get these large profiles. Give me another one. We become pastors. You give me another one. Now, all this stuff that we like to protect our reputation. I know what I'm talking about. And so then what we do is we start buying stuff to protect their reputation. It's stupid. When you're buying stuff to protect your reputation, it's stuff that goes in somebody else's economy. Hear me very well. I don't own a car today. You absolutely missed it. I don't own a car. If I need to go somewhere, I borrow a Grace car. I don't own a car. For what? That's a bill. Why I want to own a bill when I got 16 people willing to drive me wherever I want to go? You're not paying attention. I'm trying to help you. I don't have a house in my name. I got a bunch of rental properties.
So Antonio teaches
Yes, ma'am.
just like for real. Okay, so where you sit is where you started, right?
Mhm.
The only difference is you're doing exactly what you said you were going to do.
That's right.
You're making them pay for making you pay.
That's correct.
So now your paying is not you paying them, it's them paying you.
This is correct.
Because you are the richest man in the trash can.
This is fact. I own that domain too, just so we're clear.
Wrong. That's so like fire.
It's a fact. I'm done. I just want to give you the start. I don't own nothing, and I don't know nothing. Here's what I do know, though. This book here, doing pretty well. Kofi Side fiction book, and all my other fiction books, and all my books. Some I self-publish, some I send them a list and publish. I know the ones I self-publish. I own them names, them numbers, them emails, and all that stuff. I don't know how to tell y'all where we're going. All I can tell you, and I can only end with this. Back in the day, we used to place people in classes. Today, classism still exists. See, today, you can have a doctor's degree in neck tattoos. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Because we can't see nobility anymore. There's only one way to see it now. Hear me very well. I promise you. I promise you I'm closing. I used to be able to see a peasant in the feudalism era. Sorry, from 500 to 1500 AD. I used to see a peasant because peasants dressed like peasants. Kings dressed like kings, and knights dressed like knights. There was no middle class. And then something happened around 1450 that ushered in a new age. We call it the Renaissance period. My degrees forced me to know world history. You don't have to know this. It just forces me. So we get this bourgeois class. It's the beginnings of the middle class. So now you got people like Christopher Columbus making more money than the king. You got a bunch of people, right? You got explorers making money like nobility. So these classes start degrading and merging together. Hear me very well what I'm about to say, because they're not going to teach you this. The reason why when you apply for a job that make you send in your resume, the reason why when you apply for a scholarship that make you write an essay, because that's how I see your nobility. That's how I see if you're a peasant. The way that I put you in a class today is I make you write an essay. Don't take it from me. Ask Dr. Ferris. The way that I put you in a nobility class is I look at your resume because you had to write that.
So basically see how you can communicate
The
or your
only
intellectualness
way,
through your
the,
communication.
the only way for me to tell if you are a peasant is through your ability to communicate. Ask Warren Buffett.
International character reference.
Warren Buffett, you can Google it right, you can YouTube it right now. Warren Buffett says that if you're going to be wealthy, you need to go to school for a communications degree. Hear me very well. You don't have to believe nothing about me. But when I open up my mouth, every 90 seconds, I am saying something you ain't never heard before. My communication, whether I bring it down, up, left or right, doesn't matter, proves I am in a nobility class. Poverty has a communication. Everybody talks about money. Everybody ain't talking about it the same. But we all talking about money. So I need you to get that density 6 is operating like a wealthy business because its CEO has a wealthy mindset. So all you got to do, I don't want to say nothing else after this, Grace, is get in the boat, cast your net. It ain't your job to try to produce fish. It's your job to get in the boat next to all the fish and cast your net. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better, you can dominate. Thank you all for the financial stuff. And I gave you my extra time. Now I'm gonna play my video game. I probably should brush my teeth. I should probably do that. I didn't do that this morning. I feel it. I shouldn't do that. It's disgusting. My mouth is nasty. Shame on me. I'm about to go do that right now. It's disgusting. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Ugh. All right, y'all. Love everybody. Y'all pray for Phil.
Love you more.
Deanna calls that an overshare, is what Deanna says. An overshare.
Love you more.
Yeah, love you more.